So we are now on Unit 3, Phases and Principles of Curriculum Development. In this time, we will be discussing about the principles of curriculum development. There are four principles of curriculum development. The first one is principles of relevance, principles of variety, principles of utility, and principles of flexibility. We'll be discussing it one by one so that we can understand what are those principles and how does it affect our teaching and learning process. Principles of curriculum development. So, curriculum development is the systematic process of creating and organizing educational content and experiences to achieve specific learning goals, often guided with principles such as alignment with educational objectives and learner needs, as well as continuous evaluation and improvement. It seems to provide a structured framework for effective teaching and learning. So when we say curriculum development, it involves structured approach to design and arrange educational materials and experiences with the goal of meeting specific learning objectives. This process typically adheres to principles like aligning content with educational goals, addressing the needs of the learners, and continually assessing and enhancing the curriculum. Ultimately, its purpose is to establish a well organized framework that supports effective teaching and learning. The first principle is the principles of relevance. The principle of relevance, often associated with cognitive psychology and communication theory, posits that people naturally seek information and communication that is relevant to their current goals and interests. So when we say principles of relevance, it's rooted in cognitive psychology and communication theory, asserts that individuals have a natural inclination to prioritize information and communication that directly relates to their present objectives and interests. This means that people are more likely to engage with and remember information that is contextually relevant to their needs at a given moment. By acknowledging and incorporating this principle, educators and communicators can enhance engagement and learning outcomes may be tailored their content to align with the audience's current goals and interests. So, under principle of relevance, there are five major parts. The first one is objectives of education, interest, needs, and problem of the student. The third one is needs and problems of society. The fourth one, needs and problems of the school. And the fifth and the last one, pedagogical consideration. So let's move on the second principles of curriculum development. So we have the principles of variety. A curriculum which includes knowledge of uniform kind, whether it be theoretical, practical, or vocational, or which is exclusively symbolic, empirics, or aesthetics, makes learning monotonous, mechanical, and routine, sometimes uniformly easy or difficult, or boring and uninteresting so much. So that is evokes little motivation for learning. A curriculum that solely consists of uniform knowledge, whether theoretical, practical, vocational, or confined to symbolic, empirical, or aesthetic domain, tends to result in monotonous and mechanical learning experiences. Such as uniformity can lead to varying levels of difficulty for students and may ultimately make learning boring and unengaging, diminishing students' motivation to acquire knowledge. Next is principles of utility. The human brain is potential in nature and it acts in the natural, physical, and social environments and reacts to the situation provided by this. It enables the individual to discover facts, concepts, and principles. The human brain is inherently adaptable and responsive, operating within the context of the natural, physical, and social environment in encounters. Through this interaction with its surroundings, the brain empowers individuals to actively explore and discover a wide range of information, including facts, concepts, and principles, which contributes to their learning and understanding of the world. So the last principle is principles of flexibility. Education is concerned with several factors and of them two are predominant over others. Students and society compared to the past. These factors have today certain characteristics of their own as regards to the first and as stated earlier. In the realm of education, the primary factors of focus are students and society, and their characteristics have evolved over time. In comparison to the past, both students and society exhibit distinct traits and demands that influence the educational process and its outcomes in contemporary times. Curriculum development involves several key principles. So those are principle of relevance emphasizes aligning educational content, students' needs and interests to enhance engagement and learning. Secondly, the principles of variety emphasizes incorporating diverse instructional methods and content types to cater to different learning styles and abilities. Lastly, the principles of utility and flexibility underscore the importance of ensuring that the curriculum serves practical purposes and adaptable to the evolving needs of both students and the society. So that's all for today.